What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 18 Diamond Eyes video, and today, this one I just want to go ahead and talk about some stuff, man. Of course, we all know there has been some issues with this game. I think we're all very aware that this game has its issues, but then again, every single game has its issues. Go ahead and find me a perfect video game, and I will give you 5,000 cookies in the mail. Send me your address, and I'll go ahead and deliver it, because surprise, surprise, there is no such thing as a perfect game, especially in this day and age. But regardless, whichever way you want to look at it, this game does have its fair share of problems, and I'm gonna go ahead and address pretty much every single one of them. And let's just go row by row. As far as packs go, you know, I still think pack cards aren't that big of a deal. They aren't great. And I see a lot of people complaining like, oh my god, I just lost X amount of stubs opening packs. And honestly, I used to be more serious about that, like try to up pack odds, but at this point it's not really that big a deal. I just don't really open packs, and you'll be surprised, you actually are able to hold on to stubs a lot easier when you don't open packs compared to when you do. Of course, there are some good times to go ahead and open packs, especially at the start of the year. It was actually really worth it, because like a 78, 79 overall silver went for over 1,000, so you're making profit guaranteed out that pack. And even right now, they're not bad. There's a bunch of silvers that still go for a lot. But overall, I mean, I'm just not that big into the whole pack argument anymore, at least. The market, at first, I know you guys saw my complaints about like how you can't really make stubs, how I proved that last year you earned double the rewards than you did this year as far as stubs, XP, and tickets go. But as you guys will see in my completed orders, I've been out here grinding a lot on this marketplace, and you know, I haven't put that much money into the game. Of course, I have put some in. You guys are well aware of that, and I'm not ashamed to say it, man. The good thing about me is I go ahead and get money back out of it. But I mean, I don't know why people shame people for spending money on this game. I mean, okay, if you have a full 99 team and you lose to a bronze team, okay, you deserve it. You deserve all the flaming that's coming your way. But I don't really get that, but there is a lot of good ways to go ahead and make stubs. I'll have the link to 2 of my favorite methods down below in the description, as well as course in the top right hand corner, of course. So I'm really a big fan of how you can go ahead and make stubs in this game, which to the point where, I mean, it would take a long time for me to go ahead and get that 99 laddie daddy immortal. But if I really grinded and really wanted to, I know I could, and I really don't even have to spend a single dollar except for purchasing this game. So I'm really happy about that. Now that I mention it, ticket counter kind of underwhelming, at least for now. I know they're gonna add better cards in the future, but at least for right now, it's not the best. Exchange missions, of course, are nice. This is my go-to as far as making stubs goes, and just in general, at first they didn't have these in the game, and they're a lot nicer for when you have to go ahead and exchange stuff like that. Daily missions, I made a video on this. Like I said, don't sleep on daily missions. I know you only get like 500 XP and 100 stubs. Don't look at that. The daily pack, you can get some good stuff in there. They're all souvenirs, everybody's favorite souvenir, which I'm not going to go into, but you guys already know my opinions on those. But yeah, I mean, the daily missions are definitely worth it if you want to go ahead and knock those out. They're really quick, and you get a lot of good rewards. You can go ahead and make some stubs. The programs, I mean, it's tough to say all in all. You guys know I hate Conquest. Every single time I stream, people ask where I'm at in Conquest. The same answer. I hate Conquest. I'm not even going to do it. Not going to go through the frustration. But at least right now, it seems like there's a good amount of programs. Like, even though a lot of them are like bronze and silvers, they serve a purpose, which is good. And they're just cards. I like collecting cards. That's kind of the purpose. Although I know a lot of people think it's just to build the God Squad so you can go online and beat everybody. But down to the wire, I mean, down to the brass taxes, these game modes were built on collecting cards, and I like doing that. Team epics, I think, are pretty terrible as far as the rewards and how much time you have to spend in on them. Creative player, I haven't really touched. Of course, I'm grinding this, but it's taken a while. And then the career arcs, like, I like how these lead to career arcs, which lead to immortals. Of course, it can be frustrating depending on when we're gonna get them. I wish San Diego Studios would quit saying the damn next incoming weeks, months. I wish they would just say, oh, All-Star break, you can guys can go ahead and expect this. But other than that, I think programs are pretty solid this year. I still wish there was a way to have multiple lineups in the game. I've mentioned that so many times, but apparently there's no possible way to do it. You would figure, everybody has said it by now, you would figure they would have some way of putting it into the game, but apparently not. Conquest is cool for the most part. I don't really touch it, like I said. It's a little frustrating, a little bit too much time. I'd rather spend my time grinding on the market to earn stubs, or go ahead and grind career orcs and immortals like that when I do have the time to grind, which is not very often. Events have been solid. All like the modes, battle royale, ranked seasons, events, you know, they're the same as last year. Pretty solid. Roster updates, I do wish it was every single week, not like every other week, or possibly not even that. I don't know why they did that. Probably just I don't know, they didn't have enough time, don't have enough devs. I don't really know the issue, don't really know the problem. Through I think like MLB 15, that's like when I started playing Diamond Dynasty, every single week roster updates. But it's not the hugest deal in the world. But let's get to gameplay now. I have not actually played a online game of MLB The Show 18 in about over 2 weeks. I streamed the last time I played, I streamed, and it was the last night for the Kano season, and I just can't do it with this gameplay, man. I know there's a patch coming soon, and I pray to everything that is San Diego Studios and Ramon Russell that they're gonna finally fix the hitting, because like the fielding animations, I keep telling people that's really not gonna be able to change, so they can't just fix that in a patch. I wish people would understand that. Like, I'm not even mad that the fielding's that bad. You know, personally, I like having guys like Andrelton Simmons. I don't feel like I make too many errors. Of course there are a bunch, you know, the STSBS in this game, but as far as like errors, a lot of it, people sometimes blame it because they'll use guys with 70 fielding, whereas if I have Andrelton out there, I don't really have the same trouble. Of course there are some terrible, god-awful animations. We're all well aware of that, but I feel like some people kind of over-exaggerate. But something that people do not over-exaggerate is the pitch speeds and the hitting. The pitch speeds, I don't get the issue. Of course, if you guys have not figured it out by now, all they're doing is they're catering to casual players. There's no other really way to put it. If you think of MLB The Show 15, MLB The Show 16, and I think even 16, they dialed it back a bit. I don't really know for sure. I didn't play much online on MLB 15, but I played a lot of MLB 16, and I loved that game. Favorite MLB The Show of all time for so many reasons, but I don't know. Like, there's really only one way to put it. TVs have delays, monitors really don't. Of course some do. Everything has delays. It's just TVs. Like, I play on a TV. You know, I keep telling people if I play on a monitor, all of you are getting that work. That's a promise. I get a monitor, it's GG. I'm getting World Series, going undefeated. But, I mean, I play on the TV. I have to deal with the delay. Eventually, I'll play on monitor. But considering there's a delay, it's harder to hit fastballs, which in turn, they lower the pitch speed. Most casual players are playing on TVs, and no, I do not consider myself a casual. I'm quite competitive. And you guys know that if you ever watch one of my streams. I get mad as hell whenever things don't. Whenever the SDSBS comes out, I get mad. I consider myself a competitive player, even though I'm not like a pro player. Although there isn't really any pro players because there's not an actual like esports of MLB The Show. But you guys know what I mean. I'm not Cardinal Bird. I'm not movie gaming. They would beat me 20-0. Probably. No, actually no. They beat me 20-1. I'd scoot one run across. Maybe, hopefully. But I think you guys know what I mean though. Like the pitch speeds are bad. And then the hitting's god awful. I cannot tell you how many times. This is the thing that frustrates me the most, and I see people playing MLB The Show 16 now because they're tired of the gameplay in this game and they're going back to 16, and it's ridiculous. They square up the ball, it's a bomb, they hit it hard. I don't get why I square up the ball with good players. Of course, isn't my actual lineup. I'll square it up with Dale Murphy, I'll square it up with with Didi, with Bregman, with Dozier before the downgrade, with D. Murph, with Hosmer, with Gary Carter, with any of these power guys, with Gallo. Everybody ranks with Gallo. I don't know why I can't. I square up the ball perfectly. I get pop-ups. I don't know what to say. Every single time I square it up, it's an out. It's weird. Sometimes I will hit it hard, but nonetheless, it's an out. I've had this thought before. I think it should almost be 50-50, 45-45, or not 45, 45-55. On if you hit a green swing, it should be a base hit most of the time. Now, some people say it should be all the time. No, that would be ridiculous. But if I'm to square it up perfectly with a good hitter and I time it perfectly, I should have a base hit, you know, 4 or 5 times out of 10. I think that's reasonable if you ask me. We're playing a video game which should reward skill. I should not lose to somebody who is not squaring up the ball. That doesn't make any sense. If I lose to somebody who's getting cheap hits, some cheap Texas leaguers, bloopers, that's frustrating because I'm squaring up the ball perfectly and I'm getting outs. Well, he could be God knows what late and in 5 quadrants to the left to where the ball actually is, and hey, look, it's a blooper, it's a base hit, and then some other SDSBS happens and guess what, he scores a run and he ends up winning the game and my controller gets thrown. Jokes, but you guys know exactly what I mean if you play this game. The gameplay is insanely frustrating. Like I said, a patch coming next week. Actually, I don't think I said that, but a patch is coming next week. It should address the pitch speeds for the 4th, 5th, 70th time in this game. I think this is like the 9th patch. Hopefully the 9th time is the charm and it can hopefully fix things in this game because I'd be glad to go ahead. I want to play Battle Royale a lot. You know, ranked seasons, personally, I like shorter games. That's why I like BR and events. Even though ranked seasons is fun, 9-inning games are kind of a drag. I don't know. Let me guys know in the comments. Would you guys be opposed to having 7 innings ranked seasons? I think that would be cool because 9 innings, let's be honest, that takes a while. So I think like BR and events is more for me. But ranked seasons, if you make that 7, I'll be glad to play that. But 9, just a little long, just my opinion. Like I said, let me know down below in the comments. But that's just really the situation on the game right now, man. There is some good stuff, like the content, although it can be dry sometimes. For the most part, I think they've done an okay job so far. About up to par as last year, in my opinion. Like I said, I find it pretty easy to make stubs. I like the programs. That stuff is cool, but really it's the gameplay. It's really like the gameplay. That's the main thing. If they fix the gameplay, I would love this game. I would rate it 5 stars on Yelp, you know? Like, hopefully, like I said though, 9th time the charm in the patch, we can only hope. But if you guys did enjoy the video and agree with anything I said and have your thoughts and opinions on the game, let me know down below. I will have a card in the top right hand corner to rate MLB The Show 18 so far. 5 through 1, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, of course. But as always, hope you guys have a great rest of the day, man. And literally, guys, comes out. Yeet.
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory, I tell you.